Madhavi, you're welcome at LPT. Congratulations, dear. कुछ ऐसा डर नहीं है, बड़ा स्ट्रिक्ट टीचर के नाम से फेमस कर दिया बच्चों ने. ऑल्दो स्ट्रिक्टनेस होती है, बट मेरे ख्याल से इट इज पार्ट एंड पार्सल ऑफ आवर एजुकेशन.
A professor like you have been teaching since 25 years, and when I gave पिछले साल का CLAT, and there was this word, covert.
Okay.
I didn't know what covert used to mean before I joined LPT, but मैंने वो covert word देखा and I was
Flanders also you read. That's wonderful. You could just see an ideal example in front of you who is so much interested in reading. Hello. So we have Madhavi with us, and she has been selected in GNLU. 2-year program which helped her at LPT to get selected. Maximum scope is there for students who are especially 11th and 12th school going students. This is an example in first attempt how you can get GNLU. Right, Madhavi? You're welcome at LPT. Congratulations, dear.
Hello, ma'am. First of all, thank you for being a part of my journey. I think one of the main booster for me all over my journey was you. Because my parents used to be in PTM कि सोनिया मैम से मिलाओ हमें, सोनिया मैम को हम बताएंगे कि तुम फ़ोन बहुत चलाती हो, तुम प्लान करती हो.
फ़ोन बहुत चलाते हैं, बट देन शायद इंस्पिरेशन मिलकर आपने फ़ोन बंद कर दिया. बट मतलब कुछ ऐसा डर नहीं है, बड़ा स्ट्रिक्ट टीचर के नाम से फेमस कर दिया बच्चों ने. ऑल्दो स्ट्रिक्टनेस होती है, बट मेरे ख्याल से इट इज़ पार्ट एंड पार्सल ऑफ आवर एजुकेशन.
मैम, टू बी ऑनेस्ट, अगर आप स्ट्रिक्ट नहीं होती तो मैं इतना लैग कर जाती ना. मेरी मैं होमवर्क तक भी करके आती. आई वॉज
मतलब डर ने होमवर्क भी करा दिया, राइट?
यस मैम. सो a professor like you have been teaching since 25 years, and when I gave पिछले साल का CLAT, and there was this word, covert.
Okay.
I didn't know what covert used to mean before I joined LPT. But मैंने वो covert word देखा and I was instantly, Sonia ma'am, she used to teach this word so much कि
it rings a bell in your mind, right?
इतनी सारे synonyms याद करे and they're actually worth it. क्योंकि पहले लगता था कि क्या ही पूछ लेंगे and then कि सोनिया मैम ने बोला था and वो आ गया. अब सोनिया मैम,
कितना अच्छा लगता है ना जब टीचर क्लास में कुछ बोले and the same thing that is repeated in the exam, you feel like the exam paper is mine. It's just meant for me. That echo you also felt in your mind?
यस मैम. देन मेरा ये हो गया था कि अब जो सोनिया मैम बोलेगी वो करना है. मैम बुक्स का बोलेगी, मैम रीडिंग का बोलेगी.
क्योंकि so good to hear this, because the students have that strictness and things. So I always tell them, see, a person who cares for you would be always strict with you, and following this, it will be never wrong in your life.
Yes, exactly.
Right.
And when I followed all what you said, reading books, I was not that into reading, but when I started reading George Orwell and Daniel Defoe, I loved Old Flanders, and it was so good.
Flanders also you read. That's wonderful. You could just see an ideal example in front of you who is so much interested in reading.
Because there were so many words which helped me, and even that root notebook we made, and all those
notes were in helping hand, 100+ roots.
Yes, now 150 root words, and every passage you open there is one root word. You don't know the meaning, but you remember the root, and you're just okay, so अब हमने तो करवा दिया CLAT, अब तो हो गया CLAT.
तो आपके लिए एक मतलब प्लस पॉइंट तो बना ही, making you rise like a phoenix. What were your preparations for the other subjects, legal, QT? Do tell us in detail, because students look forward to your preparation as their preparation too.
First of all, for English, I did all what he said, a GMAT, OILE, and reading comprehensions. Those 100+ sheets for the high seat. Yes, ma'am. And whenever I used to go home, all the words you told कि ये आ सकता है, you should be thorough with your words, synonyms. मैं उन सबको इतने अच्छे से रट गई थी मैं कि okay, अब तो यही आएगा, इसके अलावा कुछ आ ही नहीं सकता. And I think that's why मेरी CLAT में English का score काफ़ी अच्छा था. I just got 1 wrong in English.
Okay, so your score was because 1 was cancelled by CLAT, so it was 20. So that is going to be something. Right. And what about critical reasoning? What did you do for that?
For critical reasoning, I think one of the stepping stone is reading a lot. The editorials we used to discuss in class whenever... First of all, I was कि क्या ही हो जाएगा, editorial है, it's just current affairs वगैरह. And then पहली बार जब editorials का quiz हुआ, I was okay, अब कुछ भी आता है.
और strengthening, weakening वगैरह questions अच्छे से कर पाए आप, you were able to do them thoroughly?
Yes, ma'am, क्योंकि आपने इतनी सारी sheets practice करा दी थी ना कि अब सोनिया मैम ने सब करा दिया है, अब तुम्हें सिर्फ डिटरमाइन रहना है, तुम उनको बार बार उनकी
Did you lose your balance of mind anywhere, any juncture?
आई डिड लूज माई बैलेंस ऑफ माइंड कि अब तो कैसे ही हो, क्योंकि बहुत बार ना मॉक्स में एकदम स्कोर हाई जाके लाइक एक मॉक
एकदम लाइन आ जाती होगी मॉक्स में स्कोर गिरने पर डिप्रेस्ड होते थे, डिटोरिएट.
यस मैम. बट उसके बाद ना फिर आपकी क्लास होती थी एंड देन वी यूज्ड टू गेट द लेक्चर कि तुम्हें क्या लगता है एक मॉक से तुम्हारा करियर थोड़ी बनता है, कि सारे मॉक्स में कंसिस्टेंसी.
सर स्कोर में क्या कर रहा था?
I scored 27 in my first
mock made 27 and then going to GNLU. Do you feel that anything is impossible in this world? Nothing.
No.
Nothing is impossible.
Not
Everything is
ma'am is by your side.
right. It feels so. I can't tell you. Okay, I myself feel I've been selected in LLU after so many 2 decades of my journey. I never felt that happy that I felt with her because a teacher just wants that feedback from the students that they are able to do things in the right. And if anybody takes your words as words of Bible, what more you would look forward to?
Yes, ma'am. And जब आपने बताया था ना कि you're still studying, you're still doing law, and you're reading law now, I was like, wow, she is just.
Right.
She never gets old.
Right. You shouldn't be. You're just young at heart. It is time, right? And tell us about your QT preparations, because many students plan to skip and things. Were you the same in the same scenario or something like that?
Yes, ma'am. I took QT very lightly, and I think that was one of my biggest mistakes because QT decides where you're going now. Now that we have 120 questions, like comprehension is the base for everything, क्योंकि comprehension 3 sections को cover कर लेता है. And even in GK, comprehension is so important कि like छोटी से adjectives decide what would be the answer, and that was one of the things which really helped me because आपने determiners, adjectives, punctuations इतने अच्छे से करा दिए थे ना कि अगर नहीं भी आ रहा होगा तो एक ऐसी केस मारेंगे जो वो सही हो जाएगी. And उसके
Good to hear that. And what about the things that you did further for GK and besides that, because it makes 5 things which make CLAT.
Yes.
For your GK preparation, for your the legal preparation. What was your part of this journey here?
I was really good at GK and I even scored a good score in GK.
That's so good to hear. But GK is always students saying it's my weak point. But we have candidates like you also who had been very much thorough with GK section.
Yes, ma'am. Like Mohit sir helped a lot, and even Mukul sir, whenever he was here, he helped a lot. And then the editorials we used to do in your class just added up. Everything added up. Because in the end, everything we were doing separately,
cherry on the icing, I would.
Yes, ma'am. Just came together in the end. कि जो इंग्लिश में पढ़ा है वो लीगल में भी आ रहा है, और जो लीगल में पढ़ा है वो इंग्लिश में भी आ रहा है.
Amalgamation of all the 3 subjects, English, legal, GK, everything going on in full swing.
Prettiest amalgamation ever.
Right. And tell us about anything which was your weakest point, and you here LPT you were able to do that.
Yes, ma'am. I was really weak at CR, and for which you really helped a lot because मैं जब भी आती थी कि मैम इस टेस्ट में तो 10 में से 5 ही आए, क्या करूँ?
And the critical reasoning helped you then.
Yes, ma'am. All the conclusion, and even when कुछ भी questions नहीं बचे थे, you still brought more questions in for us. You told us to solve your
answer, referring to Sutya ma'am, right?
She is right.
Because I'm not believing my ears. Critical reasoning was your weak point, and you really worked on it and you improved it.
Yes, ma'am.
And anything else you had some problems? Anything anywhere at CLAT Express must be always at the back of your mind,
yes,
practicing and doing questions from that.
CLAT Express has the best book questions,
right?
And it has everything is grouped in it. कि जो चीज़ें important है, they will be there. If you try and read जो भी बाकी मिलते हैं अभी जैसे दृष्टि IAS and all हो गया, it may be worth it for you future में, but CLAT के हिसाब से CLAT Express is the best resource you can have. And I was like to emphasize that मेरे CR में पहले I used to just score 5, 6 or 7.
5, 6 or 7 out of
30.
Imagine CR 30, 5 on 30, and then clearing GNLU. Anything more you would look forward to law aspirants?
So, like my advices for the future law aspirants would be key. First of all, put your trust in Sonia ma'am, which is her. And she was the main star of my journey.
And today I feel I've really joined the film industry. True. And
the faculty at Law Prep is amazing. So, you and like Mohit sir, Mukul sir, Anupama ma'am, everyone was really helpful. Even Richa ma'am was so helpful in providing us with the resources, adding us into groups. She just provided us with all the materials she could.
Very true. And did you attend the marathons, tones and things at the end sessions?
Yes, ma'am. The marathons, the CR marathon, the RC marathon, where everything was repeated in like one day. It really helped me a lot because कि इतने time से पढ़ रहे, but we never used to revise that. And on classes ने इतना help करा कि we revised everything at once. So I think you should always attend marathons and get enrolled in Law Prep, of course.
Right. There's only one thing which would help you for your selection, that is enrollment at LPT.
Yes.
Thank you, Madhavi, for sparing your time. Congratulations again. And we wish you a very bright future.
Thank